Allow me to share a thought with you. Listening to previous speakers, I was wondering what those who watched the debate today would think of European unity. We talk at length about European unity, but then for futile and unjustifiable reasons, we're the first to project this image of a split Europe. You, who believe to be champions of democracy, have to be careful. There are others who have different views. The Italians chose their government. They're in a position to be able to choose for themselves. Now, if I were part of the socialist leadership, I'd be worried that the first leader who's going to go pay tribute to the Chinese dictator is the German Chancellor Scholz. So be careful before you give democracy lessons to others. Now, when it comes to the upcoming European Council and the package unveiled by the European Commission, and rather, before I go into that, please allow me to pray for Ukrainian citizens. We're talking about a criminal attack, an unjustified attack, and Ukrainians lost their lives because of this. So we have to provide our support in order to make sure that this war is brought to an end as quickly as possible and that Ukraine comes out as the winner. So coming back to the Commission package, of course, we're waiting for the member states to give the green light to this package, and I hope they will. But Commissioner von der Leyen, let me say that this package falls way short of what is needed. And I'm going to try and explain why we believe that this falls short of what we need. The first reason is that we feel there's some backtracking. A couple of weeks ago, you came here to talk about certain measures, and it falls short of these measures. Yes, it's true that the package has a proposal on a price cap. You talked about it, and we've been talking about it since March, and finally, we have something on the table. But because of how this is structured, the price cap will be difficult to implement. And that's that's only if there is going to be consensus in the Council to move forward with it. Solidarity is a very important element, and it's going to be important not only to tackle the upcoming winter, but also next year, which might be even more difficult. Solidarity when it comes to purchasing, it's important, and the aim is to protect small countries that find it difficult in a competitive market, countries that wouldn't be able to manage, and it will give us security when it comes to purchasing in a market which will be even more tricky in 2023. And we're not just talking about competition within the EU, but competition with our Asian rivals. Now, it's about business competitiveness. This is a vast subject, and this is of course, is inextricably linked to industrial policy. Now, to wrap up 2 points, the relevant part of the package is the reuse of the funds from 2014 to 2020. 40 billion euro, just a paltry sum given the extent of the problem, but these are, of course, non-negligible sums. Now, when it comes to the next period, the European Commission has to do this, but there is an emergency now, and it's true that the EU budget is structured differently, but given the emergency, even the 2021 to 2027 budget has to tackle this issue. And now my last point is what we can really do and what the EU can do is sit down with our NATO allies, those allies that are lining their pockets to our detriment. We're talking about Canada, Norway. They are earning 6 to 7 times more than normal prices on gas. So we need to talk to them. And if the EU wants to deliver, then we need to sit next to them, next to these partners and talk about this. We need an agreement in order to cap gas prices. Otherwise, the EU will not be able to provide the support to Ukraine that we've been giving up to now. Thank you.
On behalf of the ECR group, to Beata Szydło.